So I decided to make this video because I would like to start a business, and starting a business is scary for me because I'm 28 years old. I've got a wife and a young son, and I have a stable job as well, and I don't hate my job at all, but there have been things I've read and things I've watched that have made me think that I'm capable of much more. And bear with me 1 second while I look at my Evernote notes. So I don't really know why I want a business per se, but I'd like to do something, I'd like to spend time on something that is for me and for myself at the end of the day, and not have to worry about working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And although my job is good, I want to put my time into something that I really, really enjoy and really love. And I'm prepared to work as hard as possible to get it, because I'd love to bring value to other people, I suppose. I'd love to make other people realise that they can do the same thing, or just make them happy by doing what I love to do. That seems to be like the cheat code to life. If you can enjoy what you're doing and make other people enjoy what you're doing and get enough money to live, enough money to get by, then, and you're laughing, basically. So I don't necessarily know what I want to do exactly, but a lot of the people I watch on YouTube I admire because they do so many different things. I wouldn't necessarily say I have a deep-rooted passion, but there are a few things I really love doing in my life. One of them was music growing up, and it might sound like a bit of an excuse, but unfortunately life took over. The other thing I love to do is play computer games, specifically competitive video games, and I know I'm never going to be a young hot star of the competitive gaming world, but I also considered making gaming videos and trying to learn how to be good at games and get better. The other thing though is I love cooking. I really enjoy cooking, and I really love cooking outdoors, and I really admire people who can do it properly, and especially barbecue and smoking and all the stuff that, I'm going to use a broad term here, but people in America seem to be really good at. And I think in this country we're used to hearing stories of people burning burgers on a nice summer afternoon, whereas in America you see these amazing places like Franklin's Barbecue and other places that seem to be in the South, in Texas, where they're cooking these fantastic looking pieces of meat like beef and pork, and people have brought it over to the UK, thankfully, but I love the idea of being able to do that at home as a hobbyist, because it seems like a bit of a wild west. Nobody really, if I talk to friends and family about barbecue, it's synonymous with burgers and sausage, and I think there seems to be a lot more to it. So I'd love to drill down into that and systemize the whole thing. If I was to make pulled pork at home on a barbecue, on a smoker, how would you do it, and how could you do it so you get the same result every time, which is hopefully an amazing plate of food. So I'd love my business to revolve around that. I'd love to earn money by doing that for a living, and I think with the internet anything's possible. So watch this space. I have some ideas in mind already about what I'd like to do, and I'm trying not to think too traditional and just think about opening up a shop that sells barbecues, because I think that could easily take over my life, and it could easily be somewhere that I spend a lot of money unnecessarily. So And I feel like there must be better and simpler ways of making money, basically, whilst doing what I love to do. I think ultimately my goal is to create a community where I provide value, and some of those people who believe in what I'm doing also give a little bit back to me. So my end goal isn't the money, but to be able to do it full time, there has to be some money there so that I can support or help support my family and pay a mortgage and pay for food, basically. I'd love to have a website and a YouTube channel and somewhere social like Facebook, or even on a website with a forum where people could come and discuss and talk and all get together and really enjoy themselves, basically. As far as a starting point, I don't really have a lot of knowledge about smoking and barbecuing. It's something I've done in the past. I've slow cooked things on a gas barbecue, brisket specifically. My end goal for beef brisket would be to create something that is very, very close to what you can buy in America. There is a really nice restaurant chain in the UK called Hickory's that I recently visited, and their beef brisket is fantastic. They use commercial smokers, but I believe it's cooked for a good 14 hours, and it's the most incredible piece of meat that I've ever tasted. And so I know there are books as well. I have a barbecue book that is about the whole American barbecue scene, and it has a lot of recipes in it that can be replicated at home on a very basic kettle barbecue. If I want to make YouTube videos, it would hopefully be my journey towards cooking amazing food, and hopefully people would watch it and enjoy it as well. And if I learn things along the way, then I'd love people to join me on that journey and learn the same things, because I'm sure I'll make a ton of mistakes, and especially with things like meat. If you buy good quality meat, which we all love to do in the UK, especially over the past decade or so, the local butchers are sort of the real heroes. So it would be great to talk to some of them as well and find out why it's so important, because I can tell you why it's important to me, but I believe that's also a good message to spread. And yeah, so all of this is going to have to be done in my own spare time, probably once I put my son to bed every evening, and hopefully I can build something up that becomes something that I love and something that can support me. And the whole point of making this video is to sort of prove I can do it and hold myself accountable, because I really want to work hard and I really want to get results, and I feel like speaking about it and talking about it openly is sort of the first step. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll see me soon.